Hi, thank you for your questions. I will give my best to give you the answers you expect. You recently partnered with Tencent. Can you explain a little more about what that means for Ubisoft in China? It is a very important thing for us in China because it's going to give a chance to all the games we create to be present on the Chinese market. And many of our Chinese employees would love to see those brands successful in China because when you work on a brand, you want it to be also played by your friends. So for us, it's a good way to make those brands known on a worldwide basis and to grow in China, which is very quickly going to be the second market and maybe one day the first market in the world. Will Beyond Good and Evil 2 be Ubisoft's biggest project ever? I really hope so. I think that team has the capacity to create the best game on the planet. So if we take the time and the energy, we can have something that will be the best game ever done. Is there any news around a new Splinter Cell game? I heard that question a lot during E3. We don't have something to announce at the moment, but we heard loud and clear that you like that brand. This week you made headlines about your quote about console cycles. Could you tell us a little more? Yes, actually what I said is that maybe the next cycle of consoles will happen, but that there will not be another one. What we are dreaming at is that technology will allow us to actually stream our games to all the TVs, mobile phones and tablets in the future, and that we will be able to give an opportunity to all our brands to reach 2.5 billion players in 5 years and maybe 5 billion players in 10 years. So we are very excited about that new opportunity. And the other thing is also to be able to use big farms of servers to create games that we couldn't dream of creating before. It's been a huge year for Ubisoft in so many ways. Has E3 felt any different than those in over the past couple of years? E3 has been a fantastic E3 again this year. The response from all the games we presented was fantastic. We are so happy we get feedback from all the players all over the world so that when we come to E3 we can come with games that fit really with what they expect. This is the second year in a row that Ubisoft highlighted a collaboration with Nintendo. In the introduction of Star Fox to Starlink, why is Ubisoft's relationship with Nintendo so strong, and will these types of collaboration continue? So it is very strong because we have done many things together in the past, and the Nintendo brands and their capacity to create fantastic games is really something that our creators in Ubisoft love. And when they can collaborate with Nintendo, they are extremely happy to do so. So yes, it will continue, and I hope we will be able to surprise you with new things in the future. How does this year's E3 lineup reflect Ubisoft's current vision? I think it's a good reflection of what we like to create. All the games that were presented are really in the vein of what we want to achieve. So it's a good reflection of where we are today, and we hope to continue to surprise you in the future. Ubisoft players' centric approach isn't just about feedback from players, but also trying to get them involved in game development. Why is it important for Ubisoft? In fact, the more we are, the better the experience will be. So in having the possibility to take your feedback and to give you a chance to create content with the tools we create is a good opportunity for all the players to have more diverse experiences and better games. What is the next step in integrating players' feedback in games? Does Ubisoft ultimately want to put more tools in players' hands? So yes, the best way to give you a chance to participate in our games is to give you tools that are well polished and that give you a chance to create modes, create maps, to intervene a lot in our games. This year we saw Rainbow Six Siege and For Honor in Ubisoft press conference. What is the future of live games? I think the future of live games is bright. If we can continue to give content that is linked to your feedback, I think we can continue to build those experiences to a point that they become the best experiences in the video game industry. So that's our goal today. So continue to give us feedback so that we can improve the experience and especially make it fit to what you want. In the area of live games, how does Ubisoft determine when it's time to move on to a full-fledged sequel? It's actually a conversation that we have with lots of the fans and also your behavior in the game. If we feel that the technology we created for the first game is not giving us a chance to give you everything you want, we think it's time to go to the next level. So rebuild the engine so that we can answer all your needs. What does the future hold for Ubisoft? What do you think is going to be the next technical breakthrough? I think the next big thing is going to be the capacity to stream our games to more screens, and the ability to use all the farms of servers that will be in data centers, so that we can create the ultimate game, which is a game that will be very alive, responsive to all the actions you do in it, remembering what you have done and anticipating your needs. Thank you for your questions. I couldn't answer all of them, but I hope that the answers I gave to the ones I could pick up will satisfy you. So I hope you had also a great E3. It was a fantastic one for me.